And Niranjan is joining us live now from New York, where he's been tracking all developments and getting us a lot of voices on India arriving at the global stage and really using, Niranjan, the sidelines of the UNGA to further its relationship on various levels with all of its partners without affecting one from the other. But a stiff challenge on that front will come when the bilateral with Iran takes place later this evening. And we all know how tough Iran and USA have been talking against each other.
Well, that's correct. My name is Niranjan. Mr. Laghari, Sufi Laghari is here, and he's the head of the Sindhi Foundation of America. And we're live from, Times Square, and I have Tariq Fateh as well. He's just sitting there having a croissant. He can say hi to the cameras. He's on his phone. He's perhaps speaking to our team and confirming that he's here. And so, Mr. Laghari, India's, from the time the Prime Minister landed here, he's been talking about a range of issues. But I think one mention that he made at the NRG Stadium in Houston, he spoke about India fighting for the rights of minorities as well. Now, I want to ask you, because you're from the Sindhi Foundation of America, what would be your message to the Prime Minister? Because I see a lot of people trying to speak to the Prime Minister, including the people of Baloch, who want to tell the Prime Minister to fight their cause as well.
Well, I have a message to the Prime Minister of India that even if he don't want to take the name of the terrorist country, he should not take it. But he must take the name of the Sindhu civilization. India got the name from the Sindh, which is the mother of all the civilization. My message to him, at least he can talk about human rights issues in the Sindh's human rights issues, like forced conversion, enforced disappearances, forced extrajudicial killings in Sindh. Lot of our girls are forcefully converted, and lot of our friends are kidnapped by the Pakistani terrorist state, Pakistani ISI, which is already Pakistani Prime Minister told to the media that they trained the Al-Qaeda, they trained the terrorists. So what is the left? Prime Minister India must talk about the Sindh, about the Balochistan, about the Pakhtunkhwa. It is the time, never will come other time. This is the right time. If he didn't talk about, then when he will going to talk about? So my message to him very clear, if he didn't talk about the Sindh, it will be a great disappointment from him among the Sindhi people, because we are looking forward to, at least as a neighbor country, he must talk about the Sindh issues.
Yeah. And do you think he's going to make a mention of it tomorrow?
I have no idea about, honestly. But this is through this media. Media is a very powerful one of the segment of this society. And, in Pakistan, there is no freedom of expression.
Yeah.
There is no, media is covering us.
Yeah.
They're scared. They feel that if they give that statement about the Sindhis, then they will be, they talk about many other things, but they don't talk about Balochistan or Sindh issue. So I think Prime Minister India must consider these things, and I'm sending this strongly this message, because a lot of Sindhis live in India too, after the Sindh. So I even mentioned during the United Nations Human Rights Council meeting in Geneva, and I'm again repeating these things. Yeah. So I hope he will cover these things.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to toss it back to you. I'm tossing it back to you while I bring in my other panelists, and we're going to have a discussion in a few minutes from now. But for now, I'm handing it back to you. Live from Times Square in New York. Stay tuned.